Hey guys, Butler Bulldog Bill here, and I swear this is my last video for the day. Um, it's 12:05 at the moment. In just a few minutes, the second round of the NCAA tournament is going to begin. This is the big kahuna. A lot of people call this the first round anyway, instead of the second round. But this is when all the good games are on. This is my favorite time to watch it. Games are on all day. Um, But anyway, I was just, I saw Casual Gamer Reed, YouTube's #1 Kentucky fan, put up a video and he had his NCAA tournament picks. He showed his bracket to everybody. And I figured I'll do mine as well. First of all, I just want to say that I do pick the first round games, the play in games, those four. And I'm doing a terrible job with those this year. Usually that's been my strong suit, is the play in games for whatever reason. But the only one I've gotten right so far is the Western Kentucky win over Mississippi Valley State. Um, but this bracket, there's going to be some things on there that you're probably going to be wondering, why the heck did he even pick that? I watch a ton of college basketball, so I've seen most of these teams in action. And if I haven't seen them in action, I've read up about them to know how good they are. Now, am I able to predict the future? No. Am I saying I've got a winning bracket? Heck no. I lose more than I win. It's probably 10 times as much as I win. I finally won my bracket pool 3 years ago, but it was a tie. Um, so I had to split the money. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to show you this bracket. You're probably going to be thinking on some of these picks, what the heck are you talking about? You know what? You can go ahead and think that. But here's the thing. You can bash my bracket. You can say, why do they have him? Why does Butler Bulldog Bill have that team going that far? Why does he have them winning that game? They suck, or whatever. I mean, first of all, have you even watched the games? Have you even watched these teams? And secondly, who would have expected Butler into the national championship 2 years ago against Duke? Who would have expected Butler in the national championship last year against Connecticut? 2 years ago, I actually had a buddy in my bracket pool put Butler winning the national championship. And inside, I've seen crazy crap happen in the NCAA tournament, so I didn't criticize him for it. But inside, I'm thinking, what the crap are you doing, man? There's no way Butler's going to even make it past, Syracuse in the Sweet 16. Guess what? He won my bracket pool because he had Butler winning the national championship. They end up losing in the national championship, but because he was the only one that had them going that far, he won. So I just think, whether it's my bracket, whether it's some girl's bracket that doesn't even watch college basketball, whether it's your mama's bracket, it doesn't really give a crap who they pick going far, because any of it could happen. We've seen VCU come out of the first round last year, those play-in games. They went all the way to the Final Four. If I'd put that on my bracket last year before the games had started, you would have said I was crazy. So just hold back your judgments. Keep them, on the inside. I don't know the future more than any of you guys do, so you don't even know if you'd be right in saying that I'm wrong. But anyway, my bracket. Hopefully you guys can see this. I know I've got, I'm using the camera on my laptop here, but hopefully it comes in clear. Let's see. Tilt that. Let's see. Start with a region here. What is that? The South region? Yeah. See, I've already marked some of the play-in games that I got wrong and right and all that fun stuff. And sorry, Indiana fans, I know a lot of you watch my YouTube videos, but I did not have Indiana meeting Kentucky in the Sweet 16. All right, next region. Am I even... Sorry, I'm so stupid here and I can't figure this out. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, I picked Iona. Can't believe they lost their composure in that game and blew it. I had Syracuse originally in the Final Four, and then when I found out the news about Fab Melo being ineligible to play in the NCAA tournament, I ended up changing it around. Had Florida State going to the Final Four instead. Had Vanderbilt upsetting Syracuse. As you can see, I screwed up picking California. Worst game I've seen them play this year. They've usually a little more impressive than that. Gutierrez, great player, but he got shut down last night. And Lamar, I went with Lamar. I had to go with my man Pat Knight, Bobby's boy, because they were on fire after that post-game rant he gave a few weeks ago, and then they just let me down. So you can see my Final Four is Kentucky, Missouri, Florida State, North Carolina. North Carolina over Kentucky in the national championship, which is something that I actually predicted before the season even began. I said North Carolina over Kentucky in the national championship. And I think my preseason Final Four teams were them to Xavier, which started the season off really well, and then that brawl with Cincinnati, they just fell off the map. They've looked terrible ever since. They were my sleeper Final Four pick in there with them. And Ohio State was my other Final Four pick, before the season. So only two things have changed. Just two of the Final Four teams. National championship still the same as my preseason predictions. My national champion is still the same as my preseason predictions. So, and if you noticed on there, the Midwest region, I kind of marked out toughest time trying to decide. I probably spent 10 to 15 minutes, just sitting there with the pen in my hand trying to figure out, am I picking Georgetown or am I going to go with the big upset 14 seed Belmont? And I've seen Belmont play in the tournament. They scare the crap out of a lot of teams. A few years ago, scared the crap out of Duke. Played at Duke this year, had the lead, in the final minutes, and only lost by 1 point. I believe it was 1 or 2 points. So they definitely can get it done. And with Georgetown being as young as they are, with usually that doesn't translate well into the NCAA tournament. It's very possible for you to get upset when you don't have NCAA tournament experience, when you have a lot of freshmen, as they do. And I just felt like Belmont's going to do it. Call me crazy, call me stupid. I end up being wrong. I might be wrong. Who cares if I am? That's just what I think. But anyway, yeah, some crazy picks there. I went with Belmont in the first, winning their game with Georgetown. I've got Long Beach State upsetting New Mexico. I've got Davidson upsetting Louisville, and then Long Beach State beating Davidson and moving on to the Sweet 16. I'd say those are probably my only crazy picks there. But Long Beach State, watched them play all season. They're a tremendous looking team. They've got Casper Ware. He's been scouted by NBA scouts all season. He's going to be in the NBA next year. Tremendous player. And I wouldn't be surprised if he leads his team, far. If they make a run like Butler or VCU or George Mason, Davidson, anybody like that. But anyway, that's my bracket. I'm getting off here because I'm going to start watching some of these games because they're probably a couple minutes away from coming on. But anyway, guys, enjoy the madness, and I will see you next time.